Crew, Meg here with a walkthrough of the E2 and E4 exam, which will be due on February 2nd at 11:59 p.m. So this quarter, due to our snow days and a shorter quarter, we are transitioning this to a take-home exam. And it's our expectation that the final submission will be completed individually, although we do, of course, always encourage you to collaborate in preparing for the exam and for your work in the program. We expect you to submit a big idea canvas for E2 and also possible for E4 and a business model canvas for E4. So E2, your focus is on understanding the big idea canvas and the value proposition canvas. So we want you to be able to describe a venture using the 6 key components of the big idea canvas. The second part of this question asks you to design and communicate an evidence-based process for pursuing an opportunity for this ongoing venture. And our desire in this is to assess your understanding of idea models and the evidence-based entrepreneurship process. So the venture we've selected for this quarter is one that we are having come in for a daily dose, and that is Brambleberry, led by a local female CEO, Anne-Marie Fayola. So I have a link here to their website. And of course, on their website, there's a lot of very fascinating and useful information about the company that will help you to learn to understand and get to know them. So we're going to use the big idea canvas model as an E2, as well as the value proposition canvas to be able to describe the opportunity statements, their customers, describe using personas, pains and gains that the venture is promising to address. What are the offerings this venture is providing to address these customers' pains and gains? How else are the customers potentially trying to assess these pains and gains? And describe this venture's team and describe who the potential team members are to move this venture forward. And then we want you to describe problem solution fit. So all of those are very specific terms, of course, that we have great materials on the website to help you to learn and grow and develop and make sure that you understand those. So running into those, of course, we will go to the toolkit. And for example, for E1s, of course, mastery of the big idea canvas is super important. We also would like you to be able to identify as part of that, we have the SWOT analysis and competitive analysis. So be sure that as you're preparing for this exam, you're watching all these videos and you are taking good and strong notes. So that's the E2 exam. And then when we look at the E4 exam, we're really expanding our expectations of your understanding of other business models. We're still going to be looking at Brambleberry, and we are going to ask you to describe a venture using the 9 parts of the business model canvas and to use the value proposition canvas as a reference there. And the second part of the question asks you to design and communicate an evidence-based process for pursuing an opportunity for this ongoing venture. Our desire is to assess your understanding of business models and the evidence-based entrepreneurship process. So this is going to walk you through the different areas of the business model canvas, from value proposition, promise, offering, unique relative to other offerings, primary customers. We're going to use beachhead, TAM, SAM, total available. How does this venture get, keep, and grow customers? The channels to connect, key activities, resources, partners, revenue models, cost structures. And then as you're filling out that full business model canvas, we want you to highlight 1 or 2 areas that you think are the strongest for this venture, and then 1 or 2 that demonstrate risk or vulnerability that you think this venture should pay particular attention to. The second part of the question is going to be to imagine that this venture is going to attempt to provide current offerings to a new target market. They will hire you as a consultant, and they hypothesize the new market will switch to their current offering. Your job is to make a recommendation on how they could go about testing this hypothesis. Design a process for testing this new idea using the tools and techniques of evidence-based entrepreneurship. So again, this part of the question, your client is hypothesizing that a new market will switch to their current offering. So we want to focus in on that, so that a new market is switching to their current offering. So you will be evaluated based on your ability to understand and apply the big idea canvas for E2s, the business model canvas for E4s, and the value proposition canvas for each. So again, I want to make sure that you all are spending time on these educational materials in the website, because they use our very specific language and tools, and they will help you to understand and apply any questions you have and these principles to the models that we're looking for you to create solutions on. So bonus points for this one, creativity and depth of understanding going above and beyond are certainly evaluated and appreciated by us. So again, the E2 and E4 exam, we've changed that over to a take-home exam that is due on February 2nd. We will have our daily dose before then, so that would be a great opportunity for you to connect with this business, particularly if you're prepared and quite nearly done with your exam, so you understand their business model and have some relevant and interesting questions to ask their CEO. And super excited to review these and see what your thoughts are. I have office hours every Monday from 2:30 to 3:30 at the Underground Coffee House. And of course, I'm otherwise also available to answer your questions. Please do check out the content on the toolkit to make sure that you have really strong mastery of all of that as you are applying those principles to Brambleberry. So we hope that you have a lot of fun and a lot of learning and preparation. Thanks so much.